For the youth, I'm going to give you a prime example on how all this on YouTube could hurt you in the future. Anyone in Chicago knew about the Kanika Jenkins case. One of the main people involved was Jedediah Brown, who took on the role as being the activist, the head of the protesting. Every time you saw a protest out in Rosemont, Jedediah Brown was there. He became greedy. He became scamming. Yes, he was there to protest, but he was also there to collect money. Where people were sending in money, he had about 5 GoFund accounts set up where that money was supposed to be going to her mother. He was taking the money from the GoFund and he was using it for himself, to pay his bills, to travel, to come up with some group of activists that was supposed to be traveling all over to protest against the injustice done to the black youth and black people. Show you how this come back to bite you. This last Alderman election, he was chosen to be the candidate for the alderman of the 7th Ward. The 7th Ward is a very prominent ward because it's right off the ward that's going to have the Obama Library and the $300 million golf course, PGA golf course, that's going to be built by Tiger Woods Company. He was chosen, he was mentored, and he was the one that was supposed to get that seat in the 7th Ward. Told you I'm involved in politics, and I know people in pretty high places, and kind of knew one of the people that was backing him. When I saw he was running for the 7th Ward, all I had to do was go to YouTube. See, people that need their ego inflated and that want to be seen, they just cannot shut up. So when I saw his name down and saw how many people they projected would vote for him, I just politely went over to YouTube and started pulling all the videos that he made. Oh, so grandiose, so proud, and just had to talk about all the work he was doing. But yet, he wasn't saying about all the money he was collecting, what he was doing with the money. He was another Sean Bradley. He was a gay man that had a lot of women behind him. He's a very attractive gay man here in Chicago. And all these women were backing him. While they were out in Rosemont protesting, they were sending out food, sending out water, whatever they needed, paying for hotels. When people got arrested, they were buying them out of jail. And here's old Jeremiah with 6 GoFund accounts that this girl's mother didn't even know he had open. And she wanted to know where the money was going to, until she had to come on Facebook and ask people, and on YouTube, and ask people to stop donating to all of these GoFund accounts that he had open, that she knew nothing about it. She had no idea where the money was going to. Nobody informed her about these accounts. But 2 years later, he wants to run for alderman. So I politely went to YouTube and started sharing all the videos he made, all the greed, all this money that couldn't be accounted for, how the female that was over the finances, how they fell out, and how she did a YouTube video exposing everything, from how he was using the money, where the money was going to, how he was hiding funds. And guess what? Once that information was shared, he barely got a vote in the 7th Ward. See, when they were choosing the candidates for the 7th Ward, I was speaking with who I call my brother, who I grew up with, who's very high in politics, and asked him, why him? And other politicians that wanted to back him were coming in comments saying, you know what the plan is. Stick with the plan. He couldn't stick with the plan because he was all on YouTube, just chest sticking out, had a little young boy driving him around like he was somebody so important he had to be in a limousine and driven around, and pretty much down talking people and how much power he had and everything he was going to do that people in the 7th Ward had absolutely no idea of everything this man had done and all the money he has stolen. And I'm telling you this story because some of you all are young enough that within the next 5 to 10 years, you may want to run for office. You may be given an opportunity in a job situation. You may want to get into politics where you can make a change. But see, your past will come back to haunt you. Not one person knew that Jedediah Brown was out here scamming people, lying, had absolutely no receipts to show where he was spending that money. He had GoFund accounts on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. You never know what the Most High has planned for you. You may be someone that they want to represent in the political arena. But see, you got videos on here that show your character, that show the things that you've done. Just like this shooting in California, what they're going to do is what they call a internet scrub, which means even if something was deleted, they're able to retrieve that information. They scrub your entire account, your computer. So be mindful of what you say and what you do on this platform. As your children get older and you see things going on in this world that you want to change, we see what's happening to our young black men. At the age of 17, they're considered a man. They're jailed with men. They don't have the mentality to deal with grown men. At the age of 18, a girl is considered an adult. At 18, you don't have the mind skill or the understanding to be locked up with grown women. Those ages were put on so legally you can be tried as an adult. It does not make you grown. You see for yourself, there's people on here 30, 40, 50 years old that still act like they're teenagers. Age is only a number. It's not your mentality. So be very mindful of the things that you're posting on YouTube. Just like Jedediah, once I exposed him and once I had a conversation with those who were backing him, and I didn't need to go and search receipts. It's all on YouTube. That all I had to do was share it. That people in that ward were surprised because he was presenting himself as someone who really wanted to help the ward, who was really concerned about the young black man over in the ward and all of these promises that he made. But yet, he was a thief and a scammer. Be careful. You don't know what is in store for you for the future. And you don't want your past to stop you. Just be very careful. That's just one example. Now, this young man could have become alderman. It's a 6-figure job. It comes with a lot of power. He would have had his foot in City Hall. He could have possibly become a junior senator. But his past came back to haunt him. Had I not followed that case and not followed how I knew him from the clubs, and I'm seeing all these women telling him how fine he is, and they want to take him out to dinner, and they want to date him, until he finally came out and let them know that he was gay. And for some reason, straight women, just like straight men, think that you just haven't ran into the right one. I'm the one to change you. So be careful about what you post. Be careful about what you say. You have so many years ahead of you. You have no idea what your life path is and what the Most High has in store for you. Stop following behind older ones who may not have had that opportunity. You young vloggers that are coming out, some of you all are in school. Some of you all have just graduated. A lot of you females have children. You're not going to like the world that they're going to have left, and you're going to want to make a change. And no one is going to take you serious. They're going to look at your character. They're going to look at your morals. You can delete things all you want. But like I said, they can scrub your entire computer. They don't even need your computer. They can scrub social media and everything that you've ever put on social media comes up. So I hope that this message gets through. I know it's going to be somebody that doesn't like it, because they're probably older. Those opportunities have either missed them or they made choices in life that got them to the place that they're at now. While you're still young, start now and making your footprints out here. Start now with showing your character, your morals, your standards, how you see the future, what you want for your children, and make a stance